Yeah, a few years ago, there was this guy who had this pond close by his home, and the people around him dared him to jump in the pond and swim to the other side. And so, when he was almost at the other side, there was like a hole that started pulling him towards the bottom, supposedly, and he ended up drowning. I just want to let this be a sign that sometimes the people's close to you will boost you up to make you feel like they want you to feel egotistic and prideful. It's a dirty manipulation tactic that they heavily use on men, because men are the ones who want to be so prideful and full of ego and have this point to prove, right? They are the ones that they use it on the most. Like, say if you have this guy who really likes this girl, but he's gonna try to prove to his friends that he can fuck everybody, he can jump from bed to bed, he don't catch feelings, he's not soft. Whole time he got this girl that he's in love with, right? Them friends are gonna support him doing the cheating, the lying, the dogging, take him over there, do all the demonic things, spend the money with him, profit off of you. You know, the friend's gonna be there to do that. But the minute that he get karma and you take your power back and you don't want him no more and you got a better life and you successful and somebody loving you correctly, all that being a hoe, pimping, it looks old. Like, it gets played out, and they realize that they was a slut the whole time. They realized that they got tricked into doing promiscuous activities, and it just lowered their soul. Now, with this guy who was in the pond, again, somebody who's, egotistic, prideful, they're trying to prove that they can do this in front of their male friends, trying to look like the hypest one out of the group. Whole time, you're the star, you're the special one, but they want you to see it in a cocky way so you can do cocky things to get tricked out of your motherfucking spot. And again, it works heavily with men. Men that sit up here and listen to their friend, put their friends in their business, that don't want the best interest for them, that don't have their best heart, that only wants their light, that want to be better than them. Whole time spiteful and demonic and jealous of this friend. It's kind of like a quarterback of the team. People on the team probably are going to want to be friends with the quarterback to look like they got an important role on the team if they don't. Whole time, they don't like the quarterback. They wish they was the quarterback. They wish they was getting that light. They wish they was the star. A fucking snake. But again, you can't tell men this. And then a lot of times men be knowing that the person next to them is not their friend, but they think that they can manipulate the devil, so they still tiptoe with them. Because these friends be enablers and allowing them to get away with their dirty secrets, so they don't mind having somebody in their life that don't really fuck with them as much, as long as they can keep hidden, what they need to be kept hidden for themselves. But when the guy jumped in that pond and was trying to swim to the other side, as he was drowning, his friends and family was laughing at him, saying, "Look at that man, he can't do it. I told you he couldn't do it." Mind you, he was only maybe like, 20, 30 seconds away from the other side, so he had made it through all of that water. And they tricked him into drowning himself. I'm sure there was an entity up under that water that was already set up to pull him in there, and they did the dirty work and got that man murdered and labeled it as a suicide because he jumped in the pond himself, and they was on live, was recording it, harnessing the man's energy. That man was the star of the group. Why do you think he could swim so well? He had advanced powers and had speed, had gifts. And what they did made him feel like, you can't do it, so we gonna boost you up to try to hype you to feel like, you superior. And then when you go fall on your face, they gonna laugh at your ass.